Hey folks, I just want to remind you to check out my eBay store at SeemsGoodMagic.com for some playsets and singles. I also want to remind you to check out live stream times, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And also follow us on Twitter at SeemsGoodMagic. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Hey guys, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for another Theros Swiss draft. Sorry, I've been a little bit slow on the uploads this week. I don't really have any good excuses. I've been trying to keep up. I also didn't get to stream this week, so I apologize for that. But you get a draft now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got Titan of Eternal Fire, who's interesting. I mean, he's alright. 6 mana, 5/6. Makes your humans pingers. I'll be honest, I haven't tried him yet. I really like Nemesis of Mortals, but I mean, I can see the justification for Titan of Eternal Fire. If you get enough humans, why not, right? Get a bunch of pingers. It's not like 6 mana, 5/6 is horribly inefficient. I think Nemesis of Mortals might be a better pick because he gets cheaper when your guys die and he gets enormous. But just for interest's sake, I'm going to take the Titan of Eternal Fire and see if I can do something cool and flashy with him. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's plenty of humans in the set, but he's mostly for the red-white deck, I'm assuming. I don't know. All right, follow-up pick. We've got, what are the relevant cards? I mean, Prescient Chimera, of course, sick. Dauntless Onslaught, if we want to go red-white for humans. Definitely a bomb spell. Flamespeaker Adept is fine. Titan Strength, of course, playable. Borderland Minotaur, very efficient. Battlemaster, Voyaging Satyr, plenty of directions to go. Maybe we just take the Dauntless Onslaught. It's uncommon, and it's a really powerful trick. I actually like the Prescient Chimera more, but for the sake of an interesting draft, and since I never, ever, ever do red-white, I'm thinking about just taking this Dauntless Onslaught, see what happens. Okay, and the next pick. Stoneshock Giant, he's pretty efficient. What else we got? Nylea's Emissary, of course, good. Nimbus Naiad, good. Griptide, very good. Far's Warden, playable. Disciple, Scholar, decent stuff in here. Let's take the Stoneshock Giant. Uncommon, powerful effect if you can get to it. We're not looking like an aggro red-white deck right now, though. Something to think about. Alright. Now we have Cavalry Pegasus. Should be good if we had more humans. Maybe we'll get some more later. Two-Headed Cerberus. Obviously good in this deck. Good with that little Dauntless Onslaught. Coordinate Assault, though, very good. And I think I am going to take the Assault. That's a powerful trick. Does some nasty little things to your opponent when they least expect it. Alright. Now we can pretty easily take the Deathbellow Raider, but I guess we can also take the Acroan Hoplite. That might actually be better, since he's human as well for the Titan of Eternal Fire. So maybe we wheel the Traveling Philosopher or the Battle-Wise Valor in our dreams. We'll see. Alright. Well, now we get some good picks. Divine Verdict, Portent, Observant Alseid, Ordeal. All good. I mean, Divine Verdict, straight up removal, so I think I'm going to take that. Observant Alseid is very good, though. So is the Portent and the Ordeal. Portent especially in an aggressive deck. But let's take Divine Verdict. Keep this weirdo deck I typically don't play going. Alright, Spearpoint Oread pretty easily here. God's Willing also pretty playable. Very late Prescient Chimera. Wavecrash Triton also good. Let's take this guy. Okay. Now we can pretty easily take Spark Jolt. I've had it played against me, and I think it's actually decent. Oh, well, we tabled another Spearpoint Oread, so that's kind of cool. These cards are good. And Borderland Minotaur. Perfectly playable. Alright. We've actually got ourselves a little deck here. Not quite as aggressive as I would like, but it's only pack 1. Definitely have some good tricks. Gonna take the Glare. Nice little sideboard option. It does look like white could be getting cut, or maybe I was just valuing red cards higher. But that's alright. This looks definitely looks like a playable little deck we've got going here. Alright, let's hit up the Pegasus for all those future humans we're hoping to get. Alright, did not table the Traveling Philosopher, but that's okay. And Witch's Eye, and Forest. Okay, pack 2. Well, we have two-headed Cerberus, but we're going to take the Wingsteed Rider. Works better, synergy with the Titan of Eternal Fire, plus we have stuff to buff it with to make it enormous. Other good cards in this pack, plenty of them as a matter of fact. Cerberus, Assault, Prescient Chimera, Horizon Scholar, Grey Merchant, Marauder, Savage Surge, Time to Feed. Just list goes on and on. So many good cards in here. But we're going to take the Wingsteed Rider. See if we can't make this deck come together. Alright, we can take an Observant Alseid here. Diversify a little bit from our Spear Point Oread. Besides these wheeled last time, we can maybe hope they wheel again. Anything else relevant in here? Not especially. Bronze Sable, possibly playable in here if we're trying to be aggressive, but we're still looking pretty mid-range. But Observant Alseid, perfectly fine. Okay. Well, here's a little gift. Perforos's Emissary, very strong. Obviously good in general. Minotaur Skullcleaver, also fairly aggressive card, but probably want the Emissary. A little more relevant. Skullcleaver's good, and I would take him, and so is Rage of Perforos, but we're just going to take the Emissary, whom I like. Okay, now we have Philosopher, Deathbellow Raider, Stephenson, Battle Priest. I'd probably prefer the Battle Priest over the Philosopher. Same price, you get one less power, one more toughness, and a semi-relevant heroic ability. It's probably worth it. They're both humans, by the way. So is Afara's Warden, but I mean, Afara's Warden's probably better than both of them, to be perfectly frank and honest. But I feel like I usually don't have a hard time getting 4, 5, 6 drops, so let's just take the Battle Priest, because we actually do have a good in-game plan going on here. And who knows, maybe we wheel a human if we're lucky. Alright. Dragon Mantle, of course, good, but I think we're just going to take the Flame Speaker Adept. We've got one Scry. This is actually kind of interesting. Witch's Eye with Flame Speaker Adept. It's a little synergy. Do we have any other Scry cards? I'm not sure that we do. Guess not, but there's quite a few in red and a couple in white, so that option is still possible. Who knows? Maybe we're actually making this Titan of Eternal Fire deck happen. We'll see. Okay, I guess we're just going to take the Snarecaster here. He's fine. Wish he was human, but he is a cat. Okay, I'm going to take the Warden here over Peak Eruption and Boulder Fall. It's human, semi-relevant ability, seems fine. Okay, well, Dragon Mantle and Portent of Betrayal, and I think Portent is a wee bit more relevant. I mean, Dragon Mantle is good with Wingsteed Rider and Stephenson Battle Priest, and just in general, since it's a cantrip. But I like the upside of Portent of Betrayal. Works better with the Adept, as well as the fact that you steal their fatty and you kill them with it. What more can you ask for? Let's take the God's Willing. Excuse me. Let's take the God's Willing. I actually like this card quite a bit. Anti-removal. Good to get in a pinch. Prescient Chimera for days. Could have had just tons of them. We did wheel the Spear Point Oread as expected, so we have a million of those. Jeez. Wield the Rage of Perforos? Don't mind if I do. End up getting a Wild Celebrants anyway. Alright, why not? So, let's cut them for now. They're a better sideboard option, although they're fine. What's the next card? Well, we don't need Witch's Eye. I'm probably still fine main decking Spark Jolt. There's random stuff that it takes care of that is good. Close to a deck already, and we still have a pack left. So ideally we get some rock solid early game cards out of this next pack. Okay, what do we got? Two-headed Cerberus, but no, we're going to take the Wingsteed Rider once again. Get another human, as well as card that has plenty of cards that are going to permanently buff it, which I like. So Wingsteed Rider is going to be pick 1, and I guess we can't hope to wheel too much out of here. Chosen by Heliod, two-headed Cerberus, both fine. So here's a deck. So now we just concentrate on what we're going to cut. Wow, Reaper of the Wilds? I don't think that's worth anything, right? It was seeing some play, but Reaper of the Wilds. Know what he's giving prices? What is this? Reaper of the Wilds. Not worth anything. Okay. Evangel is a human. Put soldiers out, though. Don't have a ton of white. Couple Wingsteed Riders. He does generate 2 on his own, but they're not humans. He is, but they're not. Do you see the dilemma there? Kind of just want the Titan strength. It's better trick, works better with our heroic. I just don't feel like Evangel is that amazing, even in this deck. We just don't have quite enough white devotion. And Titan strength is going to work real well. A Crow and Hoplite? Why don't we take a second one of those? I'm kind of down with trying that card out. Maybe we wheel the Portent of Betrayal again, if we can get lucky. Hey, favorite Hoplite, but I think we're going to take the Wingsteed Rider. I guess the favorite Hoplite's cheaper, and it's still human. This flies, though. You also have to pay more mana, though. Dilemma. Favorite Hoplite versus Wingsteed Rider. Well, favorite Hoplite's uncommon, whereas Wingsteed Rider is common. Or, yeah. Let's try out the favorite Hoplite, diversify a little bit. Have plenty of 3-drops already. I wanted to fill out my early game. Why not? Alright. Ill-Tempered Cyclops appears to be the pick. Love this card. Satyr Rambler's fine and all, but Ill-Tempered Cyclops is a great, great finisher. Any good cards out of here? Anvil Raptor, potentially playable. Friker is Mender. I don't think we're playing the Raptor, so why don't we just hate the best card, which is presumably the Friker's Mender, if anyone is in that color scheme. Alright, we get a second God's Willing or a second Rage of Perforos. Now that is intriguing. I do like me some God's Willing. Good with all of our heroic guys. Good with the Flame Speaker Adept. So is Rage of Perforos, though. Rage of Perforos is 5 mana removal, however. And God's Willing is cheaper. Let's take the Rage. Might be wrong. I don't know. I don't play a lot of aggro in this format. Do we want a second Spark Jolt, or do we want to hate the best card? I don't think we're taking the Spark Jolt. Well, if we play a bunch of X1 decks, I'm going to want to have this out of sideboard. So I'm probably not even main decking the first one. But if we, like I said, if we play against some bomb X1 creatures that I really want to kill, I'm going to want to have access to my Spark Jolt. So I'm going to take them. But once again, I don't think we're main decking them. Want to focus on buffs for our guys instead. Still have to make quite a few cuts. So I'm going to have to examine that closely and make some good decisions. Okay, chosen by Heliod. Alright. Alright, got a Philosopher. It's possibly playable. Have more cards than we know what to do with, so some key decisions are going to have to be made here about what we're cutting. I'm presuming we're cutting one of our 4-drops, whether it be the Warden because it's not strong enough, although it is human. It's probably the Warden. Guess we can take the Elder. Certainly have plenty of enchantments in here. So let's cut the Warden, see what we have. Still want to make 4 more cuts? Wow. Well, I mean, at least we have a good problem. Too many good cards to play. Alright, let's cut the Philosopher. Three more cuts, you say. Possibly the Borderland Minotaur? Just to cut the curve down a wee bit. Still have to make 2 more cuts. I mean, Battle Priest is fairly weak. I could see the justification in that. Jeez, and then we get another one. These are better. See, these are better sideboard. You play against another aggro deck, it's nice to have it. But, I mean, we've got a couple hoplites, so it definitely behooves us to have a lot of cheap creatures. I feel like we do have a fair amount, though. Multiple. Like, I want to keep all these guys. The Bestow guys are awesome. Bunch of First Strike. This guy. These dudes. They all get rewarded. Got the Rambler anyway, but probably not playing it. I don't know. I gotta actually break this deck in half and then take a look at what I'm gonna do. Because currently, I really like all of these cards. And Scholar, why not? That card played really well for me. I got a chance to play it once, and I was pleasantly surprised with how it played. It was doing some 4-point life swings every turn for 6 mana, which is a pretty good deal. Okay, let's put in cards and get this deck figured out, squared away. This is 21, so I'm clearly missing these guys. All right. This is 23, so what were the cards that I just glazed over? The Cavalry Pegasus. I think I probably do want to play that. Very strong with the Akroan Hoplites. What else did I have before that I cut this time? Not actually sure anymore. But this is 24. Let's separate out tricks and removal. Perhaps we don't need the double Rage of Perforos, but I don't know. I like it. I like it. Let's count humans real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 humans? I was kind of hoping for more than that. The thing is, we have more humans. I'm just not 100% convinced that they're necessarily better than the other cards I have. I would like 8 humans, though, for my Titan. And I do, like I said, I want more early creatures because the Crow and Hoplight's a little badass who can get real strong. So perhaps we cut a Rage. And then we're at 23. Could we swap a Spear Point Oread for, say, a Setessan Battle Priest to get another, lower the curve a little bit, get a cheap human? I really like these guys, though. Really strong with the tricks we have. like I said, I do want more humans. We only have 6. I'm not sure. I'm not opposed to running it like this. I mean, this certainly looks strong enough. Little bit slow, but as you know, I typically do mid-range slower decks. I think this deck's fine. There's enough going on early where we can get out of control fast. I could try it like this. Like I said, I'm not opposed to this. Let's try this little bad boy out. Not a lot of value to get from Titan of Eternal Fire, but once again, he's a 6 mana 5/6. That's perfectly acceptable. Have a good amount of removal, good amount of tricks. Alright, let's try it like this. Probably going to do an even split, erring on the side of, I guess, red. We do need double red. We need double white early, though, which makes me want to swap it. I guess because we need double white, I should probably go like that. Obviously need both colors quite a bit. Okay, this deck, yeah, it's okay. I actually have a much harder time gauging these kind of decks in this format because I don't have a lot of experience playing them. But I figured you guys would probably like to see a red-white deck. Probably one more aggressive in the future. I could put a few more cheap creatures in here, but I think this is fine. This deck's fine. Not amazing, but fine. So I'll see you round 1.